you don't need a TUI library. You could make your own. And how TUI libraries actually work is basically they have some background thread that reads the input of the user into some character or some key. Well, you shouldn't be actually using a key like this. Like, you shouldn't be using the stud in thing. You should do something like read or f read, but it will be nice for now. So, and then they have a continuously running loop for 60 fps. They basically do this thread. So this thread sleep for just static cast into stud chrono milliseconds, and 16 milliseconds are 60 fps. So that's nice. So we are getting us our thing, and we can actually, what we can do is we can stud see out the key, but before stud see out the key we can return. Okay, so what is this thing? Well, I have looked on Google and got some escape sequences. So /r will return you to the starting of the line without erasing, and these are just some character that I defined. Top left will actually take you to the top left of the terminal. Hide cursor will hide the cursor. Clear will clear the screen, and white background will actually make the text background white. So what I can do is I can return, and I could have white background, and now I can run this. Okay, there's no, just let me go on TUI. Okay, so just run this. As you could see, we are getting our white background and all those things. What we can actually do is we can also clear the screen every frame, and then we can draw. So let's go clear and just compile this again, and you can see we messed pretty badly. Okay, let's remove the white background thing, and let's run this. So I guess I have messed up stud chrono milliseconds. Is this good enough? Well, let me remove this thing. Now if I go, now you are not able to see the thing. Let's remove this. Let's start. So as you can see, the key I press is now being displayed, and it is really high FPS. Obviously, what I can do actually is just see out a white BG and then the key. Let me try this. Okay, it isn't really nice, but this is what it is, and just have something like this. And you can make two ways out of this. You can make something like, if I have a stud vector of stud pairs, not partial, sort freaking pair, and the first thing, let's have a stud string, So okay, let's have a start string and bool. Just go this thing and let's have name it option. So it's a vector of stud pair of stud string. So option 1 slash n obviously and false. Basically I'm having selected or not selected as a boolean thing. So if it's selected, I will be printing selected text. If it's not selected, I will be printing the not selected text. Let's go 2 3 4 5 6. I guess this is nice. Now what I can do actually is I could go for constant. Also we can have a cursor position, something like uint ht will work. So uint ht cursor, let's have it 0. So we can switch over key and have case j, case k and case space, and let's have a default. Let's have break statements and paste, that's it. We actually don't need a break in default, but we will be having it. Now for case j, I want the cursor to increment. So if cursor is less than options.size, then you can increment the cursor plus plus. For k, I have to decrement. So if cursor is greater than 0, then you could decrement cursor. For case s, you have to go options at s at cursor dot second equals to I. If it's true, then set it to false. So you can go something like not options, well actually not options dot at cursor dot second. It's nice. Now you have to print. So for constant auto reference of option belonging to options, if option dot second means option dot second, so it's basically selected. So start cout your white background and then the option dot first and else means it's not selected. Then just start cout option dot first, also white background, and have selected and start cout not selected right here, not selected. So this should be working, and obviously we have to go start this thread sleep for static cast, just quickly chrono millisecond. And sleep for around 16 milliseconds. That's obviously 60 fps. before starting, just clear the screen and let's check this thing. Okay, I know what went wrong. Clear the screen and go to top left. Now it should be okay. So turns out that pressing space or J or K doesn't actually do anything, but it should be doing something. Just take the logic from the main loop into the loop that actually processes the key. Just go paste. So it's nice. Now it will actually update the things, and we actually don't need, no, we actually need this thing. We want to just get line stirred, get from stirred sing in into key. Is this what it takes? No. What was the call? Let me check. If I go start get line, it will get the whole line. I want just to start get. Let's go start cin dot get into key. Yes. So it will take just the character. It isn't working right now, I guess. Start thread should get in key, and now we can switch over the key. So this thread should basically have a while true loop for this thing, so it continuously listens for the input. And let's test this again. Okay, that's the first thing that we fixed. I made it somewhat more reliable, but it still isn't working quite the way I want it to be. Okay, so after a bit of iterations, I got this working. So this is what we end up with, and this is a full TUI in less than 150 lines of code. You don't need a TUI library, and this thing is working at way more FPS than Anthropic could ever make. This thing can work on 1000 FPS if you want. It will just work. If you want, this could work on nanosecond scale. So 10,000 FPS, 100 nanoseconds. Let's go. This thing just works. At this point, your monitor will be struggling to keep up with the pace.